Do you guys feel like social media and Instagram in particular, because it is so picture-based, do you feel like it's helped the fashion industry or has it taken us back a few steps?
I say it helped, and what I'm saying that sometimes when I look for inspiration, I will go and stalk your Instagram, and you get ideas how you could mismatch certain things and all that. And it's always nice as a creative to actually look at what the consumer wants to wear instead of trying to use your own ideas, because you can end up being stuck in that old school. So I think it helps. I mean, Babalwa is one of my influential muses. Well, she doesn't know, but she dresses absolutely impeccable. And it's people like her that you'd rather go and stalk and see where is the direction of fashion going.
Yeah, I mean, Don, we use social media a lot. I mean, he's helped me with my music videos and stuff. We literally are on social media all the time. But I think with street culture, it is so important.
Yeah, it's very, very important for street culture. I think that's also where it lies. I mean, for the longest time, I sold my stuff through like Instagram, you know what I mean, and like WhatsApp and stuff, you know.
You love your work.
Yeah.
Can I have something?
Yeah. So you know, I think social media has helped. As far as streetwear is concerned, it definitely has helped.
I think social media has damaged personal style. For the bottom line, I think it's done great for people who sell on Instagram, and you, my dear friend Baledi, are being inspired by an individual, not a consumer, because consumers go with the masses. So you're not gonna find anything amazing. Everybody's wearing Coca-Cola t-shirts with mom jeans. Where's the inspiration there? But you know Babalwa is gonna go off and wear something that she loves because she loves it. Yeah, but you're gonna wear it in a certain way that is different. It's not exactly how I saw it. You know, people literally go and buy the exact same shoe, look for the exact same belt, wear it down to the hair, and you have a whole feed on your Explore. You have like 36 people wearing the exact same outfit.
Okay, let's wrap up this conversation by talking about the business in fashion. I mean, we've seen some really big names in fashion really shining through and really like helping brands make an impact. Like I know Travis Tillman is somebody that brands really love to work with, you know, but are these people really seeing their point, and is there money in the South African fashion industry?
You mean from an influencer point of view?
No, from a we all know them influencers ain't got no cash. Okay? So let's talk about the designers, let's talk about for stylists, let's talk in all aspects, let's talk about fashion journalists, because to be in the South African fashion industry, you don't have to be on the red carpet wearing Khatchan Katsi's dress. There are so many different jobs in fashion. So let's talk about just the business in general.
Okay, well that's a very good point, because as you know from when you used to lecture at LASOF, fashion designing is not necessarily fashion designers. Everybody wants to be a famous fashion designer. But you know what, if you're the best pattern maker in town, make that your business. Become a pattern maker for everybody else. You'll actually make more money.
Yeah.
Or even a trend analyst.
That's
exactly.
where the money is,
and we need those.
behind the scenes.
Yes. I mean, you've got trend analysts who work in this country who kind of latch onto what they think is their latest fetish, and they turn that into a trend, but then it doesn't sell. Because that's what they decided. It's a personal thing that they latched onto to boost their own influence in the industry.
We've heard so many stories on social media about people who don't get paid for their work, people who aren't credited for their work. Lufuna, I know you first of all, you haven't been credited for an award-winning music video that you have been in. And you know, do you feel like as a stylist you're making money, and do you feel like it's fair in the South African industry? Are people being treated fairly, from models, because that's what you want to talk about, to designers, just everybody in general?
Some models and some not, by certain individuals. They know themselves. They will be watching this episode because they were meant to be in it. Sia Beile. It's not fair. Sia Beile. It's not fair for kids who are really great models who, should an international scout find, they would blow up in the world, to get their first modeling job on a grand scale. AFI is big. And it's actually Mercedes-Benz. It's big. And then you don't pay them for months, and you give them a run around. And it's not a lot of money. They were getting 500 rands each.
No, that's not the going rate. Are you serious?
That's how much you offered them. It's not the going rate, no. But granted, they're students, they're getting their first gig, they're okay with it, and you still don't give them that. You tarnish the name of the industry. We will not accept that, number one. Two, there are artists who completely just eat off other people's skills, forgetting that these people are artists themselves. I won an award for a video that I styled. My Fikizalos Love Potion video. I did 90% of the styling on that video. They got nominated for an award. They didn't even let me know that it was nominated. And the award was for Best Styled Music Video, not Best Video, not Best Group, Best Styled Music Video. I didn't get a phone call. When they won the award, they went onto Instagram to thank everybody but the stylist. And we traveled by bus to Cape Town to shoot that music video. We didn't have a place to bath. Literally, it was a 24-hour situation, go in and come back out. I had a seamstress on set to make sure everything went well. And yeah, and it wasn't even that much money because I ended up having to pay people, designers. My seamstress had to be paid. They were traveling with me, so they had to get money. And so sometimes we pop and sometimes we don't. I find that as a stylist, stylists make most money in advertising than for music videos, than for styling individual celebrities. Because I know a lot of my stylist friends have had celebrities who get styled and they run away. And when it's time to pay up, they're telling you stories. Oh, no, I mean so, yeah, so-and-so. You see, if a lady has like a story to tell, like so-and-so, yeah, the production, oh no, Dawn is handling my account, so just talk to Dawn. And then when you call Dawn, Dawn's like, no, man, this person was paying you directly. I've got nothing to do with that. So yeah, it's hard to get our money's worth.
Just your closing thoughts, Baledi, in a way that it can be mutually beneficial for all concerned. What would you say?
You know, if you're a designer, the best thing is identify your muse / your brand ambassador and just run with that. Because if you're going to try to dress everybody for free, you will be out of business sooner or later. Because you make those clothes, it's money. You've got overheads that you need to take care of. So just be like very disciplined and stick with a loyal person to your brand.
And etiquette for celebrities in terms of dealing with designers and returning stuff and...
Oh, no. Not all of them they do. I'll tell you a horror story. The Salmas, I can't remember which year, not so long ago, a certain rapper that I dressed and won big.
Name and shame.
I'm still devastated, actually. The agreement was he's gonna pay for the look that you made for him. It was a leather biker look with lights everywhere. And
was it a black and white outfit?
yes, indeed. And after the event,
don't forget to pray.
The money wasn't coming in. I sent invoices, I spoke to the manager, and all that they wanted me to do was to take them to media so that, you know, we can talk about it. Then what, after 2 days? And I felt, you know what, this is just pure exploitation, and there comes a point to just give up, because you know that come as a will come in.
So essentially, if there is an agreement in place before, let's just stick to the agreement.
What stops you guys from doing upfront payments? What is it that makes you guys think, okay, AK is gonna rock my robot outfit and pay me 10 weeks later?
I don't know who AKA is.
I got it right now.
Okay, I'm just mentioning a name.
I got it right now.
What I wanted to say is,
yeah, what stops you guys from
my dad always does say to me, if you can't afford it, don't do it. But honestly, I don't have the money right now.
Number one rapper in the country cannot. I'm just saying.
I don't know AKA, but I'm just saying some of these people, they just don't have money. But I just want to touch on what you said earlier.
Sometimes, honestly, like I have a red carpet event to attend today, but I don't have the money right now. I know that I've got a gig on Saturday and that guy's supposed to pay me on Saturday. But eventually, it does become like a story, and sometimes life happens. But I think honesty is important in situations like that. But if I, especially for me, I know I've got a song called Getting Cash. Like, honey, cash, I pick it in cash, but can you give me something for free? Some people are like, why do I need to give it to you for free? And if I tell you it's because I don't have money, it's like tricky, you know what I mean? But I think it definitely does need to be mutually beneficial. Unfortunately, guys, we are gonna have to wrap this up. But before we do, I think just closing thoughts, one little quick liner on the state of South African fashion, where we are and where you'd like us to be. Ellen, can I start with you?
Yes, okay, I'm gonna wrap it up by saying we're a young industry, we're still growing, and just give us time, we'll get there. And let's just say it as it is. Let's call the influencers influenzas.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick up on what Eden said. We're still a very young industry, but we're an extremely talented industry, and we can get better.
I would just like to say that we as Africans and South Africans for that matter need to continue embracing what we feel is African for us, if that's how we want to go. Otherwise, just cover your body. And if you feel comfortable, if your teeth are covered and you're happy or you don't want to cover them, do you. Like, rock, the style is not about who says this is stylish. It's about what you feel. If you feel I'm rocking this and this is stylish, it's stylish, baby girl.
I think for me, the most exciting thing about this conversation is that because the industry is so young, there are no rules. We can make the rules, we can do whatever we want. So at the end of the day, I think that's exactly what we need to do, and that's exactly what we need to encourage all the fashion lovers out there to do. From me, Yuko Muesli, peace out.